made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom.
Get ready to get healthy. Get ready to get fit. Get ready to take charge of your health. Get ready to listen, learn, and live healthier, because your health is your wealth. It's time for some information and inspiration. It's time to talk about health and nutrition. Nutrition for your body, for your mind, for your spirit. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, supplementation for when you don't. Let's Talk Nutrition. Scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Daily prizes and giveaways. Follow Dr. Garko on Twitter at Dr. Garko and on Facebook at facebook.com/Dr. Michael Garko. Now, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
Oh, no. 10 years we make it to Friday every week. Don't know how we do it. One day at a time. That's how you do it. I keep saying that. It is Friday. Hope you're having a good day. And you got off to a good start. What's that expression? Didn't get up on the wrong side of the bed. It's funny, these funny expressions that we have. And we cover a lot of territory through the course of a week. If you would be interested in seeing the repertoire of topics or themes that we visit, talk about, try to explore, so that we can otherwise do better with our health, visit letstalknutrition.com. Click on show schedule, and you'll see the date, the name of the guest, the topic, and so on. The days where there isn't a guest, you'll see my name and the theme in that hour slot, or the first hour slot, second hour slot, or both. And also on our Facebook page, you will find the articles, the studies, and the stories that I report on every day. That's a way to get to those things that I discuss on the show. And also at the website is the on-demand video that you can watch of the show, because it streams. So at show schedule is on-demand listening. That's where the audio is on-demand, the on-demand audio. On-demand video is right on the home page. And we do cover a range of topics. I produce the show, so I'm making those choices, and I'm trying to select themes that have some degree of, maybe a high degree or some degree of utility for everyday life. Some things I select are just very fascinating, I would think, or interesting. I think they are. I hope you do as well. And that they inform us in one way or another about who we are, what we're doing, how we evolved, how does it all connect to our health, both physical, psychological, spiritual, whatever. Cover the gambit. There's so much to learn, so little time to do it. And I'll give you an example of the kinds of things that I like to talk about with you and share with you. And the repertoire that I selected this morning, the stories and studies, again, cover the range. Everything from our human ancestors to maple syrup. And apparently, our human ancestors during the Paleolithic period had something on their mind when it came to dinner time. And I'll tell you what that was. Then we'll talk about maple syrup and how it could have some health benefit when coupled with a pharmaceutical. And I'll tell you what what the pharmaceutical is. And then sugar-sweetened beverages. This isn't going to be an odd story, because apparently some benefit is being reported and I'll share that with you. And if I have time, I want to talk about, these awareness days. Today is, you fill in the blank, Awareness Day. Today is Heart Day. Today is, whatever. Question to ask is, do these awareness days make a difference when it comes to health? We'll explore that. We'll ask that question and see what this sort of critical commentary piece that I came across had to say, what the writer had to say about it. 877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. Stephen Wicks will be by. I think he'll be calling in from South Africa today. Stephen's been on my show before, an interesting guy. And we'll chat with him. And there's a particular product that I like a lot. It has it has an interesting history, where it started, where it is now, how it's marketed, what it's marketed for, and how it all began. It's an interesting story of product evolution. It has something to do with your immune system. But it also had something to do with, not necessarily related to your immune system, but a piece of anatomy that you only find in men. And we'll talk about that. Again, the number is 877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. You're always welcome to call the show, ask a question, share your view, share a story, contribute to the conversation in whatever form or fashion you would like to. So, what was on the mind of our Paleolithic ancestors when it was dinner time? Or when they had to eat? I don't know if they were doing breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They were probably eating catch as catch can. No pun intended. Or hunt and gather as they could. This story comes out of the National History Museum. That's the source. This was pretty good. So what was on their mind, our ancestors, not what they were going to eat, but who they were going to eat. Yes, cannibalism. Our ancestors were into cannibalism. We have a few contemporaries that like to do that too. It's against the law, by the way. Analysis of ancient cadavers revealed that there's this famous archaeological site. I think it's pronounced Gough, G-O-U-G-H, or Go's Cave or Gough's Cave in Somerset. This is a famous site. They found the existence. It was a sophisticated culture. And it was discovered. The site was discovered in the 1880s, late 1900s. And the site was developed as a show cave and largely emptied of sediment, and at times with minimal archaeological supervision. But that changed over time. This site is a very interesting site. We've learned a lot. And so this team of researchers from the National History Museum, University College London, and a number of Spanish universities were involved in this particular story and study. And what they found at the site was evidence of a culture butchering and carving human remains. So it was who was up for dinner, I suppose. I guess I don't know. You have Van Gogh, I don't know, Gough's Cave, Go's Cave. They thought that it had given up all the secrets that it held when the excavations of that site ended in 1992. But since 92, researchers, very quietly, you never hear about these people in their own little places doing their work, were doing research on the human bones that they gathered from the site. And that went on for a number of decades. And now the news breaks. And the breaking news is they were practicing cannibalism. We have cultures I suppose there's a culture or two around the planet where cannibalism is in play. That would make for an interesting menu when you go to the restaurant.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our #1 ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' Pledge of Integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Flexin, the joint health experts. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Well, you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition. The story I'm reporting on gives a whole new meaning to nutrition. What am I talking about? Well, our Paleolithic ancestors apparently were practicing cannibalism. Sure enough, not what's for dinner, who's for dinner. Wow. Cannibalism has occasionally been practiced as a last resort. We know that, for people suffering from famine, including in modern times. There was a famous example in the ill-fated westward expedition of the Donner Party. Look that up. And then you had the crash of the Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571. You probably remember that, where some of the survivors ate bodies of the dead passengers. Now, there are some people who are mentally disturbed who seem to be obsessed about eating other people, their corpses, like Jeffrey Dahmer, Albert Fish, to name two. I was able to find, sure enough, I said there's a culture or two around that still practices cannibalism, and there is one tribe in New Guinea in the jungles called the Koraway. They're one of the few tribes still believed to practice cannibalism. We might even have a image of that. We'll see if we can find that. There you go. The culture that still practices cannibalism. That article was written by Deborah Kelly on October 28, 2013. So it's still practiced. But our ancestors, apparently prehistoric or Paleolithic ancestors, were this was very much a part, apparently, of their way of life. This evidence came to light. The evidence came to light when researchers exploring this famous cave, Gough's Cave, or Van Gogh's Cave, Goughs. It's a famous archaeological site. One of the researchers in the project, Dr. Sylvia Bello, from the Natural History Museum's Department of Earth Sciences, he led up the study. He said, quote, "The human remains have been the subject of several studies." He's referring to the remains that we're talking about here. "In a previous analysis, we could determine that cranial remains had been carefully modified to make skull caps." Really? During this research, however, we identified a far greater degree of human modification than recorded in earlier studies. We found undoubting evidence for defleshing, disarticulation, human chewing, crushing of spongy bone, and the cracking of bones to extract marrow, end quote. They commented in the piece that the presence of human tooth marks on many of the bones provides, they said, incontrovertible evidence for cannibalism. Not what you eat, who you eat, I guess. Man, interesting. So those who are interested in a Paleolithic diet, you might have to exclude that portion of the food group. You're not allowed to do that. And again, this gives a whole new meaning to nutrition. Let's talk nutrition. Well, we talk about nutrition. This was nutrition. 877-897-8255. What would you do? The Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571, where all those survivors, all they had were the human remains. What do you think, Stephen?
Yeah, that was that movie. I think it was called Alive.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. I mean, you'd have to if you want to survive. I mean, there's got to be that point of decision, though, like we're not going to get rescued, or I mean, that decision that you have to make at that point, and you cross that line, and then you're in it. I mean, what if a rescue copter comes the next day? Like, that would be the conflict that I would have.
Well, they ultimately did get rescued, didn't they?
I think some of them.
Why don't you check?
Yeah, I'll check into that.
I think they did. I mean, what would you do? Would you resort to that? Or are you going to make a profound moral argument and sit there and die?
Yeah, just a quick search on Google. According to Wikipedia, 16 survivors were rescued.
I wonder how long they consumed human remains. I wonder how long they were compelled to practice cannibalism. This is part of history. Apparently, our Paleolithic ancestors practiced cannibalism. Hunting and gathering, that was a difficult task. Food there was no agriculture. There were no farmlands. They could go in and just find crop. They had to walk. That was part of that shaped us as to what we are biologically in large measure. So that we found the one culture in the jungles of New Guinea that still practiced cannibalism. Only recently have they let people into anthropologists and others, I suppose, to study their culture. Boy, you don't want to get lost in that part of the jungle. And if you happen to be in New Guinea, in the jungle. No danger for me. I can't even go on vacation, get out of the yard. I'm going to end up in New Guinea in the jungle. I doubt it. 877-897-8255. 877-897-TALK. Well, for you soda drinkers, sugar-sweetened beverage drinkers, I have a glimmer of good news for you. Don't get too excited, though. Has something to do with stress, believe it or not. Be right back.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit TakeSolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Over the past 60 years, I have prescribed and been introduced to countless health therapies from around the world. I formulated Medi-C Plus, a natural remedy with high amounts of vitamin C and lysine for maintaining strong bones, cartilage, teeth, and gums, and aiding in collagen formation. Now in my 90s, Medi-C Plus is my insurance for the maintenance of good health. Make Medi-C Plus a part of your daily health routine too.
Available at health food stores and specialty pharmacies.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Dave.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Renew Life, the Digestive Care Company, Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing, Greens Plus, superfood for super health, Medi-C Plus, for heart health and more, New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom, NeoCell, the true science of collagen. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Stephen Wicks will be coming along. Did he get in touch with you, Stephen? Where'd he call from? Detroit? South Africa. I say Detroit because the Lightning is playing Detroit tomorrow, right, Stephen?
Well, yeah, they played last night and lost, unfortunately. But, yeah, they'll be playing tomorrow night for Game 2 of the series.
Tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock.
Oh, it's an afternoon game? There you go.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Oh, enjoy.
I'm going to go. My daughter got some tickets. Just before we get to Stephen Wicks, he is calling long distance, after all. He's in South Africa, and we'll be talking about ModuCare, one of my favorite supplements. You'll see why. Came across, I couldn't resist, because every day I'm throwing sugar-sweetened beverages under the Greyhound. This story said it comes out of the Endocrine Society. Said that drinking sugar-sweetened beverages suppressed, guess what? Cortisol. Cortisol is associated with stress. So they did this little experiment, and by the way, it was published in the Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism Journal. That's a journal of the Endocrine Society. And what they found was they gave one group a aspartame beverage, the other group sugar-sweetened beverage. End result was the group that had the sugar-sweetened beverage, when put under stress, ended up with less cortisol. One benefit to drinking a sugar-sweetened beverage. Now, that being said, we also know that a heavy consumption of sugar-sweetened beverages happens to create all kind of metabolic mayhem and craziness in your body, and weight gain and inflammation and whatnot. I only mention this because I thought it was a little different. I found some benefit. Nothing wrong with having a Coke or a Pepsi from time to time. I get that. But drinking that stuff by the liters, literally, and I meant plural, liters a day, is not a good idea. And whatever benefit you would get having lower cholesterol, I think it gets washed out. So this is not my way of trying to promote your habit of drinking sugar-sweetened beverages. We'll get to some of the other stories that I alluded to at the beginning of the show here as we go along. Stephen Wicks is my guest. Stephen's been on my show over the years. He's been on a few times, and he always calls in from South Africa. He's never in our neck of the woods, so we appreciate him calling in. Stephen, welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition, and how have you been?
Thank you very much, and thank you for the opportunity to be on your show again.
You doing well?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
What time is it in South Africa right now?
We have 3:30, just after 3:30 in the afternoon, Friday afternoon.
So you're what, about 6 hours ahead of us, huh?
6 hours, yeah, exactly 6 hours ahead of us.
So you've had your lunch. You're in the middle of the afternoon, so we're not interrupting your day too badly, right?
Not at all. It's only a pleasure to be here.
Okay, this is way off topic, and I'm gonna take a chance with you here. I want to get your reaction to this. I reported on a story. I often do this with my guests. That's why some of them never come back. But you're a smart guy. I was reporting on a story, Stephen. These researchers went, there's a famous archaeological site called Goff's Cave or Go's Cave. They found the cave in the 1880s, and this famous site. I mean, they found all kinds of artifacts and whatnot from this site. They've excavated the site. We've learned a lot from the site. That pretty much ended around 92. Things quieted down, but they did have remains. They had bones and so for decades, some scientists kept working on these bones, these remains. And so there's some breaking news coming out of the Natural History Museum. What they found was an analysis of the ancient cadavers that they recovered from the site revealed that our ancestors, our Paleolithic ancestors, were practicing cannibalism. So it was not what was for dinner, but who was for dinner. And then that interested me, so we went and looked. We found one culture currently that does practice cannibalism, and we showed that a little earlier. And there's some modern examples of people who have done it who are mentally disturbed. But I thought it was so strange. And this one, the Kurawari tribe, or I'm mispronouncing it, but they live in the jungles of New Guinea. And only more recently, in modern times, have they let archaeologists and others in a little bit to study their habits and cultures. They are the only recorded culture right now that practice cannibalism. I was just wondering, you have any reaction to that?
Well, there's certainly no cannibalism that happens in South Africa, that I can assure you.
I mean,
that is a long-gone practice.
A long-gone practice. It's part of our history, isn't it, Stephen? Part of our history as humans. And then, there was a couple of examples of that Uruguayan flight that crashed, and there were 16 remaining survivors, and they began to practice cannibalism from the bodies that were on the plane. So we have some modern examples where it was put into practice out of necessity.
Yes, definitely.
Also learned that
was survival, though.
That was survival.
People had to get into survival mode to survive.
I know. My technical producer behind the glass, Stephen Armstrong, said, "Gee, I wonder, what the moral dilemma would be. When do you cross that line? When do you cross that line, Stephen?" Interesting. These are.
It's like you say. It's typical of the plane crash victims where they had nothing else to eat or to sustain themselves. They had to resort to that sort of barbaric, if you want to use that word, practice in order just to survive.
Just to survive. Yeah. So
just to survive.
Our Paleolithic for those people who practice the Paleolithic diet, I'm not recommending that you include this portion of that practice into your current diet. I know there are many people that are very fond of the Paleolithic way of eating, but you didn't come here to talk about humans consuming humans, but ModuCare, and I mentioned to the listener and to the viewer of the show, we now stream at letstalknutrition.com, by the way, that ModuCare, in its current marketing form, doesn't necessarily reflect its early history. Isn't that right? You know what I'm getting?
It doesn't. No, you're right. It doesn't. It doesn't reflect its early history. Are you referring to how the beginnings of the product happened?
Yeah. When we come back, I'd like you to share that with the listener, because those early beginnings still have current application, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. This is an interesting story, how things evolve and how a compound can have very different or disparate functions and uses, medicinal properties. Be right back.
Exclusively from Natural Factors.
I'm Dr. Michael Murray. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to talk with you about PGX, a truly revolutionary natural product that works perfectly to help get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult. PGX is a clinically proven way to help people to achieve their ideal body weight that is safe and natural. PGX leads to a dramatic reduction in the glycemic index of any food or meal. It also ultimately causes the release of compounds that achieve two important goals in weight loss. One, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and two, improving the action of the hormone insulin. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, it's not your fault. You just need the tremendous support that PGX can provide. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, please go to pgx.com.
Are you able to consume the recommended 6 to 8 servings of fresh fruits and vegetables in a day for optimal health and well-being? Who has time to prepare and eat that many servings? Now there is a way to consume 5 whole servings of fresh fruits and vegetables in an easy-to-mix drink. That's half of your daily recommended servings in one drink. Introducing Greens Plus Wild Berry Burst Powder, made up of 29 enzymatically alive whole foods, along with 7 antioxidant-rich berry extracts in a delicious powder form that you can easily mix into water or your favorite fruit juice. Greens Plus Wild Berry Burst contains sea vegetables, probiotics, organic grasses, and herbal extracts that help to support the immune system, provide increased energy, provide an alkaline pH, and cleanse and detoxify the body. No heat is used in the processing of Greens Plus Wild Berry Burst, so it is enzymatically alive, just like fresh fruits and vegetables. You can find Greens Plus Wild Berry Burst at your local health food store. Ask for it by name.
Coenzyme Q10 is a powerful antioxidant nutrient. It protects against free radical damage, supports heart function, energy production, and immune response. Aging reduces our ability to absorb CoQ10 from our diet, so supplementing with a highly absorbable form of CoQ10 is the first step to ensuring optimal levels in the body. Secondly, typical CoQ10 supplements are in a ubiquinone or non-reduced form. For the body to use that type of CoQ10, it must first convert it to ubiquinol or the reduced form. QH Absorb is Jarrow Formula's highly absorbable and bioavailable CoQ10 supplement. Not only is QH Absorb more absorbable than traditional CoQ10 supplements, but as ubiquinol, it's already in a reduced bioavailable form. Your body can use QH Absorb without having to do any conversion work. Ask specifically for Jarrow Formula's QH Absorb at your favorite vitamin retailer. For more information on QH Absorb, go to jarrow.com. That's JARROW for the best and highly absorbable bioavailable CoQ10 supplements.
Are you waking up each day to the life you have to live or to the life you want to live? Better health shouldn't be left to chance. Smart choices to living longer and stronger include making Kyolic aged garlic extract a part of your daily routine. For years, medical researchers have recommended adding Kyolic to the diet as a powerful tool to enhancing overall heart and immune health. Recent clinical studies at UCLA Medical Center using Kyolic suggest that garlic may slow plaque formation in the arteries and support healthy cholesterol and homocysteine levels. Previous research also shows Kyolic may enhance your immune system defenses. Kyolic is organic, odorless, and the only antioxidant garlic supplement available worldwide. Maintaining a healthier you could extend your life. Your wellness begins with Kyolic aged garlic extract, available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold. Visit Kyolic.com, that's KYOLIC.com, or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample today.
Are you looking for a product that will aid weight loss both safely and naturally? That will stimulate your metabolism and reduce the absorption of fat from food? Then look no further than Right Way Nutrition. As featured on national daytime health shows, Right Way Nutrition is a premium dietary and nutritional supplement provider who believes the best form of encouragement is results. Right Way Nutrition aims to provide customers with the most superior and effective products available. Right Way Nutrition's 100% pure green coffee bean extract with Svetol does just that. While green coffee bean extract may not be new to the scene, Right Way Nutrition offers a new and improved formula of green coffee bean extract infused with their trademark ingredient, Svetol, which is proven to be a vital ingredient for successful weight loss results. Right Way Nutrition provides you with a fast-acting, healthy, effective green coffee bean extract proven to naturally and safely aid weight loss. Your search for the perfect natural weight loss supplement is over. Right Way Nutrition's 100% pure green coffee bean extract with Svetol will help you reach all your weight loss goals.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Canavest, from seed to shelf. Right Way Nutrition. Nutrition the right way. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Let's Talk Nutrition, on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever and however you may be listening, whatever you may be doing while you're listening or viewing the show. My guest is Stephen Wicks. He's calling in today from South Africa. They're about 6 hours ahead of us, so they're in the middle of the afternoon. Are you in Cape Town? Where are you, Stephen?
I'm currently in a little village called Kyolic, which is approximately 1 hour's drive from the port city of Durban on the east coast of South Africa.
Were you born and raised in South Africa?
Sorry?
Were you born and raised in South Africa?
I was indeed. I'm a purebred South African, born and raised in this country.
Tell me tell me off the top of your head one of the most wonderful, beautiful things about your country.
Nelson Mandela.
Wow. Really?
Has to be.
What a great answer.
Has to be. The father of our nation.
Nelson.
The man that unified our nation and brought us all together after the terrible consequences of apartheid and everything else that went with that. Nelson Mandela certainly brought us as a nation together, and that's why we refer to these days as a rainbow nation, because we have so many ethnic, cultural, religious diversities in our country, yet we are all trying to live and coexist together, and doing that in a fairly successful way.
Yeah, at least, I've never been to South Africa. I have a couple of friends one of whom used to visit South Africa quite frequently and loved the country. So it's interesting.
It's a great country.
Great
country, great people.
Mm-hmm. It's always interesting to have guests such as yourself on the show because you come from a different culture. Your view of the world may be similar to other parts of the world, whether it be Europe or, where Asia, wherever. But it's, every culture within the country and the cultures within it, their point of view is fascinating to me. It's been one of the features of this show to talk about culture and how it relates to health and wellness and how different cultures approach it, the practices and so on in those cultures. But nevertheless, we're delighted to have you on, Steve.
It's very pertinent. What you say is very pertinent because even if we look at the product ModuCare and how that began, and where we are now in first world countries, making available a product that is super beneficial to a lot of people. Its beginnings came from a very, very humble beginning, and from the ethnic people of our country. Mm-hmm. So yes, it gives how it's evolved and how we've used and how we are using traditional medicines and making those traditional medicines available in first world countries. Is a testimony to how ModuCare is been a success story.
Is ModuCare available to health consumers in your country by prescription, or can they walk into a pharmacy or health store, as you all know it in your country, and purchase it over the counter?
No, ModuCare is available over the counter in South Africa. It's considered a natural product or a complementary medicine, so is available over the counter in all pharmacies and major chain stores like you have in the U.S.
Now, Waukanaga of America distributes the product in the United States. Isn't that right?
That's correct, yes. Waukanaga have been our partners for a number of years now, and I'm very proud to have them as a partner for this wonderful product.
Yeah, of course. In Waukanaga of America, they're the makers of Kyolic aged garlic extract and other fine products. Kyolic aged garlic extract is one. That product is sold in over 50 countries, Stephen. How many countries is ModuCare sold in?
Currently, we're in about 17 different countries around the world. ModuCare is a often misunderstood product or supplement in its mode of action, and therefore quite a difficult product to market. And sometimes the consumers and retailers or companies don't actually get the mode of action behind ModuCare and what ModuCare actually does as an immune system support product.
Okay, this is interesting. You made an interesting, provocative comment that it's often misunderstood. Before we go there, though, when that product, when was the beginning of that product? Do you remember about the time? Give a rough time frame when it started.
Okay, it's a very interesting story, and it's a humble story, and it's a story that is in a lot of instances, great things that happen come from very, very humble beginnings, and very humble is probably the best word. What happened, and with ModuCare and how the product ModuCare itself was born. We had an Afrikaans family because, in South Africa we have very different cultures and diversities. And there was an Afrikaans family by the name of Liebenberg who lived in a very isolated, desolate part of the country called the Karoo Desert. And those listeners will, if they Google, can understand what the Karoo, pretty much like Arizona, what Arizona looks like without the canyons, but very flat and a very arid part of the country. And the Liebenberg family had an uncle who was diagnosed with prostate cancer and was in hospital and was sent home by his physicians because there was deemed as nothing more that could be done for this man's inoperable prostate cancer. And a gentleman by the name of Rudolf Liebenberg, his mother, heard and studied the indigenous African people's herbal medicines and treatments, elixirs, etc., and came across a particular bulb that grew it's indigenous to our country. It has subsequently been grown in Texas and China, but what happened was she from the local people got the thought or process that you could take the bulb and use it as a tea or a tincture to cure old man's glands disease, i.e. prostate cancer.
Old man's gland. That's an interesting way that they used to put it. Old man's gland disease. We come back. We're going to tell you, this is a fascinating story because where the product is now in terms of marketing is galaxies away from that, but that doesn't dismiss the fact that its original intent has somehow gone away, or that it doesn't contribute to better prostate health. And now it's primarily marketed as an immune product. And it's interesting. This is an interesting narrative, and you'll be surprised as to what the constituent elements of ModuCare really are.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable?
during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom.
Get ready to get healthy. Get ready to get fit. Get ready to take charge of your health. Get ready to listen, learn, and live healthier, because your health is your wealth. It's time for some information and inspiration. It's time to talk about health and nutrition. Nutrition for your body, for your mind, for your spirit. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, supplementation for when you don't. Let's Talk Nutrition. Scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Daily prizes and giveaways. Follow Dr. Garko on Twitter at Dr. Garko and on Facebook at facebook.com/Dr. Michael Garko. Now, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
Glad you stopped by today. Today is the end of the week. It is Friday. We're here Monday through Friday. We're here a couple of hours a day. Show goes on the air at 9 a.m. live till 11 a.m. Eastern live. But, of course, it does play at different times in different markets. Please check your local listings. And given that you can catch it on the Internet, this show does have some exposure and listeners and viewers in different countries around the world. You'd be surprised. And one of my guests today, for example, is from South Africa, near Durban, not too far from Durban, as I recall him saying. And Stephen Wicks has been on my show a few times, maybe a half a dozen times or close to that now, over the course of the history of the show over the past 10 years. And he's here and he's talking about ModuCare. If you're not familiar with ModuCare, this is a very interesting product. It has an interesting history, and where it began and where it is are in very different places. The compounds are the same, but what it was intended for in the beginning is not typically how it's used today, although they do have a product that gets to its original intent, which was to treat the prostate. And Stephen was sharing that story. So let me get back to him. I want to continue with this. This is intriguing. So, Stephen, this African family, was it pronounced Liedenberg?
Yes, the Liedenberg family, as I mentioned, picking up from where I left off, lived in a very desolate place, as I mentioned, in the country. And Rudolf Liedenberg's mother learned from the local people that there was this particular bulb that grew called the African potato plant. And the scientific name is the Hypoxis rupari. And what she did is she sourced this plant from some of the indigenous people, and she made an uncle who was diagnosed with inoperable prostate cancer, made him a tea or a brew, and started feeding it to this uncle, who was sent home, as I mentioned, from hospital by his physicians with nothing more they could do for him.
He was sent home to die. He was sent home to die, right?
Sorry? He was sent home to die, yes, correct.
Mm-hmm.
And then within 10 days, this man was sitting up in bed. He was asking for food and made a miraculous recovery, and then subsequently passed away 10 years later from old age and natural causes, not from any disease or that might have been plaguing him. This very event highlighted and made Rudolf Liedenberg, it changed his life, because he was actually a property developer he was into real estate, and it changed his life because he thought if this incident could do what it did for his uncle, surely there must be something in this plant. And he then took that plant to an organic chemist at a university here in Durban, locally, and it was Professor Cole Pegel who discovered that the molecules or the ingredients in this African potato plant were sterols and sterolins.
Sterols and sterolins, right?
Sterols and sterolins, plant fats. And these sterols or plant fats and sterolins exist in everything that grows out Mother Earth. Some plants are different in concentration of sterols and sterolins, and there are a lot of different sterols. Sterols are a certain size molecules. Stanols are slightly bigger molecules, but they're essentially plant fat. And some of the listeners might recall or be prompted to remember that sterols reduce cholesterol. They're very similar in molecular structure, and that is why the sterols or stanols have a very good effect in inhibiting cholesterol absorption. But it was in 1989 that Professor Patrick Buick from Stellenbosch University, he's a world-renowned immunologist. He discovered in 1989 with his colleagues that the sterols and sterolins actually had, and this is very important and very significant, an immunomodulatory effect. In other words, they modulated or regulated immune function. This is significant because in many disease entities, an individual could have an overactive immune system, which then could wreak havoc in the body. What about those individuals that have an underactive immune system, where they can't fight off the seasonal allergies, the opportunistic infections, and succumb to these conditions constantly? Now, with the sterols and sterolins and Professor Patrick Buick's work, he found that by supplementing with sterols and sterolins at the ratio that they found in nature, which is 100 to 1, 100 sterols to 1 sterolin, and the sterolin is the sugar molecule which always coexists with the sterolin. And it's important, I'll come back to that, in terms of how when we process food, we lose the one molecule. So the sterol and sterolin combination are not effective in highly refined processed foods. Getting back to Professor Buick's work, he then looked at how sterols and sterolins could then be beneficial into patients with compromised immune systems or immune function. And the first work he did was actually with tuberculosis patients, a bacterial infection, and he treated a study that was actually published, and the study showed that the patients that were taking the sterols and sterolins in conjunction with their tuberculosis medication as prescribed by their physicians had a faster recovery period, and their parameters returned to normal way faster than the placebo group.
This is very intriguing. You're listening to Stephen Wicks talking about ModuCare. The product originally came into being, as you heard him tell the story, as a therapy or a treatment for prostate cancer, for prostate health. It has evolved with the work of how do you spell his last name? Dr. Patrick what? How do you spell his last name?
Buick, B-O-U-I-C.
Yeah, I'm familiar. I thought that's what you were saying. And Dr. Buick, who was the head of immunology at some university in South Africa, has done a number of studies with this product and found out that it had an immunomodulatory effect. In other words, if your immune system was underperforming, not being up to par, or if it was too hypervigilant, overperforming, it would moderate it. It would modulate it with these sterols and sterolins, which are, believe it or not, for some may come as a surprise, plant fats. Some people think, well, only animals have fats. Well, turns out that plants have fats as well. And your point about the sterols and sterolins being in the right ratio, 100 sterols to 1 sterolin ratio, correct, Stephen?
That's correct, yes. That's how it's most commonly found in nature in all plants that grow.
So in the ModuCare product, is it in that ratio as well?
Absolutely, yes. We have we use the ratio that, and this is the ratio of 100 sterols to to 1-sterolin as it's found in nature, and as Professor Buick's study, which was published in the International Journal of Immunopharmacology, showed that this is the best ratio that has the immunomodulatory effect. And as you point out, those people who have a hypervigilant, active immune systems are those individuals that are suffering from autoimmune diseases or conditions when the body is now overactive, or the immune system is overactive, and then now is attacking its own constituents.
Here's a study. Sterolins, the natural non-toxic immunomodulators, and their role in the control of rheumatoid arthritis. That's the name of the article. That's the title of the article by Professor Patrick J.D. Buick. We come back, we'll tell you more. This product is phenomenal.
Is your fish oil wildly pure? New Chapter is proud to offer a whole food approach to fish oil, Whole Mega. Naturally pure 100% wild-caught salmon comes from the pristine waters of Alaska. Like extra virgin olive oil, the fresh-caught salmon for Whole Mega is pressed immediately after harvest. And that's all that's needed to deliver wild Alaskan salmon's whole complement of vital omega fatty acids. These omegas support your heart health. 1 serving of Whole Mega per day, 2 grams, has been clinically shown to help retain healthy triglyceride levels and to improve the omega-3 index, a studied marker of heart health. And did you know experts recommend consuming 2 to 3 servings of fish per week? So 1 week of Whole Mega delivers the omegas of 3 servings of wild Alaskan salmon. Discover the New Chapter difference, wildly pure Whole Mega. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Available at your local Fine Health food store.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Xenia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Xenia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Xenia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Xenia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Xenia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, collagen, and elastin peptides, all combined in 1 capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you are strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Xenia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Xenia by name. Start taking Xenia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less. MediC Plus. The C in MediC Plus stands for vitamin C, and the plus stands for lysine. Did you know vitamin C is arguably the most important water-soluble antioxidant in the human body? Or that we cannot produce vitamin C on our own like animals do? We need MediC Plus to meet our daily needs. MediC Plus provides the body with a high concentration of vitamin C and lysine, which work together to build collagen for optimal heart health. Dr. Gifford Jones, graduate of the Harvard Medical School, developed MediC Plus after his own heart attack 16 years ago. With the help of MediC Plus, Dr. Gifford Jones is now a healthy 91 years old. But MediC Plus is not just for heart health. MediC Plus also benefits your immune system, vision, promotes healthy skin, provides support for healthy teeth and gums, healthy joints, and much more. So make MediC Plus part of your daily routine and enjoy healthy living. MediC Plus at your local Vitamin Discount Center and all fine health food stores. You can also order online at mymedi-c.com or call toll free at 1-844-871-0069.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Flexin, the joint health experts. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
It is a well-known fact that all autoimmune diseases, of which rheumatoid arthritis forms a large portion, are the result of the malfunction of the body's immune system, which is activated by an unknown agent to attack and destroy the host's tissues. Close quote. That's the opening sentence to a paper by Professor Patrick J.D. Buick, and the title of the piece is Sterols, Sterolins, the Natural Non-Toxic Immunomodulators and Their Role in the Control of Rheumatoid Arthritis. I referenced the paper and Professor Buick because these sterols and sterolins play an important role in helping with these autoimmune diseases, as my guest Stephen Wick pointed out. It also turns out that the product serves a wonderful purpose for middle-aged and older men who have prostates that are bigger than an NBA regulation basketball. You might want to consider taking this product. I'm a fan, have been for a long time. It's one of those products where you get a lot of bang for your healthcare dollar, if you will, your prevention dollar. Welcome back, Stephen. I always enjoy having you on.
Thank you.
So, ModuCare today, of course, is sold as an immune support product. Even if your immune system is underperforming or overperforming, it's going to help moderate it. So it's all good news, and it would help during cold and flu season and so on. But I have a paper that I found in which they talk about the various contributions of ModuCare, or these sterols and sterolins, to overall health. Everything from allergies to, I mean, it's interesting. It's I'm surprised. I don't know if you know that I'm looking for the reference to the paper. I'll find it in a second. Nevertheless,
I think
it's a brief history. Yeah. It's entitled ModuCare, A Brief History and Mode of Action Summary of Research. And they focus on immune system issues. They focus on rheumatoid arthritis. They focus on HIV, allergies. There is even a study on post-marathon immune suppression, and so on. I mean, it's benign prostate hyperplasia. The product has a number of useful applications.
Which is why I said right in the beginning that ModuCare is sometimes misunderstood.
That's what you meant.
That's what I meant, is because where does ModuCare fit in, or the sterols and sterolins fit in? Mm-hmm. One can take the sterols and sterolins as on a daily basis, continuously. It's not like immunomodulating, immune boosting. There is a difference. There's two. One you can do safely all the time, one you can't. Modulating or regulating your immune system you can do continuously. The sterols and sterolins in ModuCare are sourced nowhere else but from our diet. I'm putting it out there, what is our average daily diet like? Are we sourcing enough of the sterols and sterolins in our daily diet to have the effect on our immune system that all the scientific studies have shown that it can modulate or regulate your immune system, keep it primed, keep it optimal, so in case of an opportunistic infection, the immune system is able to counteract it, deal with it, and eradicate it.
Well,
if you have a compromised immune system, you are going to succumb to opportunistic infections, colds, flus, etc.
Mm-hmm. I came across an article by Dr. Ronald Hoffman. I like Dr. Hoffman. He's a radio host, a health talk show host as well. I like Dr. Hoffman a lot. And he talks about plant sterols and sterolins and where they're found in the diet. And he was mentioning that in his article that wheat, for instance, he said, contains about 4,200 milligrams of plant sterols per 100 grams, while wheat flour contains only 52 milligrams of total plant sterols per 100 grams. He goes on to make the point, though, I'm quoting him now, in order to consume 100 milligrams of plant sterols, one would have to eat 500 to 700 grams of fresh vegetables and fruit, or about 200 grams of flour products without additives. Some people, first of all, didn't even want to eat wheat products to begin with. So, where else are you going to... Now, is there a thing called African potato where you can get plant sterols and sterolins? Is there such a thing?
Well, that's where the research started. That's where this miraculous recovery of this family member happened, was using this African potato plant. But like I mentioned, it was Professor Carl Pegel that isolated that the sterols and sterolins, the molecules of thousands within the African potato plant, were the ones that had the effect of reducing inflammation, various other markers in benign prostatic hypertrophy, and that is then why Buick then went on to research and try and discover, well, he did eventually, the immunomodulatory effect of the sterols and sterolins. They are sourced nowhere else but from our diet.
Exactly. And it turns out many listening will be familiar with BSS. What am I referring to? Beta-cytosterols or beta-cystosterol, depending on what part of the world you come from, how you pronounce it. The beta-cytosterol, beta-cystosterol, there have been more than a few commercials, marketing campaigns built just around that one plant fat to help prostate health. You find it in almost every prostate product. Well, you could take ModuCare and take care of that particular requirement. We'll tell you about these sterols and sterolins.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Over the past 60 years, I have prescribed and been introduced to countless health therapies from around the world. I formulated MediC Plus, a natural remedy with high amounts of vitamin C and lysine, for maintaining strong bones, cartilage, teeth, and gums, and aiding in collagen formation. Now in my 90s, MediC Plus is my insurance for the maintenance of good health. Make MediC Plus a part of your daily health routine too.
Available at health food stores and specialty pharmacies.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit TakeSolace.com. Solace for healthy sleep naturally.
For
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Renew Life, the Digestive Care Company, Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing, Greens Plus, superfood for super health, Medi-C Plus, for heart health and more, New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom, NeoCell, the true science of collagen. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Yeah, somebody was listening to the show here in the building and wanted to know where they could get the product. I said, I got to go. I got to get back on the air. Yeah, so we're having a lot of, here at the iHeartRadio Media Complex, there's a lot of people in this building, a lot of radio stations. So there are people that will listen to other shows here, right? Which is good. And so somebody was listening and said, man, that product sounds phenomenal. I said, it is. And I'm talking with Stephen Wicks. He called us today from South Africa. And, they're a little ahead of us in time. They're about 6 hours ahead of us. So we appreciate him in the middle of his day taking some time out to call and talk about ModuCare. I haven't talked about it in a long time. I think the last time I talked about it one other time since Stephen's been on. I haven't featured that particular supplement enough. Given all of its health benefits and the science to support it, I'm a fan. I like the product. I take it. I take it every day. It's easy to take. Now, these phytosterols that you hear Stephen talk about, as he said, started with the Liedenberg family. They were African family in South Africa. One of the family members' uncle had contracted prostate cancer, and so they had this bulb, this African potato, whatever, and they used it to make tincture and broth or whatever, and help cure this man of his prostate cancer. That's how it started. And it's still isn't there a product that for the prostate with ModuCare in it is called ModuProst? Is that what it's called?
There is a product that's marketed in North America, ModuProst, correct? But I just want to point out that from that incident where we saw that remarkable recovery from the family member, a mixture of beta-cytosterol and sterolins in 100 to 1 ratio, as ModuCare is known, was marketed in Germany since 1974 under the trade name Harzol.
Harzol, yes. That's right.
For the treatment of BPH.
That's right.
Benign prostatic hypertrophy. And so in saying that, yes, if a gentleman was suffering from old man's glands disease, he would certainly benefit from taking ModuCare on its own. What is we like to think is from the days of 1974, the research into other extracts that have shown to be beneficial have been then added to the essentially Harzol mixture of sterols and sterolins at 100 to 1 ratio to supplement the product, and the product is on the market as a product called ModuProst.
Yep. And I have ModuProst. It's in my bag. I take it, and I take the ModuCare on top of it. I don't know. Can I end up taking too much of the plant sterols and sterolins?
No, not at all. You can never. You can never overdose on sterols and sterolins. No, there's no side effect of consuming excess amounts of sterols or sterolins.
Well, isn't it true, Stephen, that all plants, including fruits, vegetables, grains, spices, seeds, nuts, the things that squirrels eat, have sterol and sterolin compounds in them? Isn't that true? All of them, in some degree or another?
Every plant that grows contains a plant fat. There are numerous different plant fats, the beta-cytosterol being one. There's camphosterol, there's stigmasterol.
That's right.
Basiocatasterol. There are loads of different plant fats, but where beta-cytosterol stands out amongst the others, it is that in isolation, this molecule has the immunomodulatory effect, and that is why it's isolated, and we only use sterols and sterolins in the 100 to 1 ratio in the product ModuCare.
Mm-hmm. I'll be impolite. I'll ask you, how old are you?
Myself, I'm 55.
Oh, you sound like a young guy, man. You sound like you're in your 20s. Do you take the product?
I have taken. I was so fortunate to be taken into the ModuCare fold many years ago, about 15 years ago now. And I started off on the road, carrying a bag, promoting the product at retail outlets, and subsequently got so involved in the product and worked very closely with Professor Buick in doing seminars and lectures in my part of South Africa, which is KwaZulu-Natal, which is the epicenter of the HIV epidemic in the world.
Absolutely.
We have the highest incidence of HIV prevalence in the world in the province that I live in South Africa. And I got involved with Professor Buick because, as you mentioned earlier, the studies that have been done include HIV. And Professor Buick and I promoted very aggressively the use of ModuCare with physicians, with patients that had HIV, as based on, and our approach was based on his study and showed the remarkable results that he achieved with HIV patients using ModuCare. and subsequently went on to be part of the launch of ModuCare in North America, and have had the privilege of traveling coast to coast from Canada in Canada from Halifax to Vancouver. And then the following year, I was very fortunate enough to visit your country and spend 7 months in your country, traveling around the country promoting the product and my experiences with it and what the product can do. And the testimonials that have come out of North America undoubtedly show that this product is beneficial to all.
So, just out of curiosity, Professor Buick, so you know him, you've worked with him
very closely.
What is he like? What's that experience? What was that experience like for you?
One of the most down-to-earth people that I've ever met in my life. A very humble man, and his research into HIV brought him very close to the community and the patients that he dealt with. And I like to think of him as my mentor. He certainly has been, and we are very closely tied community. I mean, if you think about it, ModuCare is owned today by Rudolf Liebenberg, the man who created the product.
Wow.
The brand is still owned by his son, and his son continues his father's passion and dream into healing people.
It's amazing. Great story, great product, great guest. Come back, we'll have a great health question. You can win a $25 supplement gift card.
As a family-owned company since 1968, Now Foods has spent the last 46 years building a legacy in the natural health industry as a trusted leader. Now provides a comprehensive approach to wellness by offering more than 1,400 high-quality health foods, supplements, sports nutrition, and personal care products at an affordable price. Now believes that natural is better. They don't use artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners, and they offer many vegetarian, organic, and gluten-free products. Their foods are all non-GMO. Since their beginning, Now has grown to become an award-winning leader in the natural health industry. But one thing has never changed: their commitment to providing the highest quality products at the best value to empower people to lead healthier lives. High quality doesn't have to mean high price. From essential oils to amino acids, multivitamins to natural sweeteners, Now has you covered. To find a store near you that carries Now products, or for more information, visit nowfoods.com. That's nowfoods.com. We live in an age of fast information, high-speed communication, instant gratification, rapid transit, ready mixed, pre-cooked, heat and serve, and living life on a moment's notice. But when it comes to staying healthy, you pause for a moment. Jarrow Formulas has been formulating high-quality nutritional products for over 30 years and has been a leader in the research and development of some of the most effective, affordable, and cutting-edge natural health solutions in the world. At Jarrow Formulas, they understand that distinction does not happen overnight and that a reputation for excellence is only earned through many years of persistence. Their staff of scientists and health professionals insist on doing things the old-fashioned way, with clinical studies and scientific research. They believe that the true test of a quality company is the purity, potency, and good value of its products and meeting the highest expectation of those who matter most, their customers. For more information about their superior formulas and to request free samples of their leading brands, please go to www.jarrow.com.
Hi, I'm Kate. When I asked my health food store to recommend a natural solution to improve my digestive health, they suggested their best-selling probiotic, Ultimate Flora Critical Care. It has 50 billion live probiotic cultures in every capsule. I was surprised to learn that a poor diet, aging, and even stress can deplete our bodies of billions of good bacteria. That's why I take one Ultimate Flora Critical Care probiotic a day to help maintain my digestive balance, support my immune health, and help keep me regular. And my mother takes Ultimate Flora Senior Formula. It's formulated to help adults 50 and older maintain good digestive health too. It's the Ultimate Flora difference that sold me. Each high-potency, once-daily formula includes strains that are scientifically studied for their specific health benefits. Plus, the delayed-release capsules protect the probiotics from harsh stomach acid. Ultimate Flora probiotics are available at health food stores everywhere. From Renew Life, the digestive care experts.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit takesolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
Is your skin showing signs of aging? Do you want hair with more body and stronger nails? Add NeoCell's Super Collagen Plus C to your daily routine to help you regain your youthful, vibrant appearance. Collagen is the body's key structural protein, and it is critical to the elasticity and strength of connective tissues like skin, ligaments, and tendons. Recent clinical studies suggest that supplementing with collagen may reduce wrinkles and increase the firmness of your skin, improve the thickness of your hair, and strengthen your nails. Previously, medical studies also show a wide range of benefits from collagen supplements that may help with your joint pain, bone strength, and exercise recovery. NeoCell's Super Collagen Plus C provides 100% pure collagen that's hydrolyzed for maximum absorption. Results are felt and seen within weeks. Super Collagen Plus C promotes a healthy body by providing specialized nutritional support to help fight the effects of aging. NeoCell's Super Collagen Plus C products are available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Canavest, from seed to shelf. Right Way Nutrition. Nutrition the right way. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Jarro Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Here's the LTN health question of the day. Correct answer, $25 supplement gift card. Easy. So I've been talking with Stephen Wicks now for a greater portion of the show today about ModuCare. Fascinating product, great history, good science to support it. Works, sold in 17 countries around the world. Originally was for, as Stephen used the phrase, originally was intended to treat, what did you call it? Old man's glands disease. Yeah, that would be the prostate. So here's the question. Again, right answer, $25 supplement gift card. These sterols and sterolins that constitute the product, are they plant fats, proteins, or carbohydrates? What are sterols and sterolins? Fats, proteins, or carbohydrates? 877-897-8255. 877-897-8255. $25 supplement gift card with the correct answer wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show. What are plant sterols and sterolins? Are they fats, proteins, or carbohydrates? 877-897-8255. So, Stephen, in these different countries, do you get a chance to travel to these different countries to...
Yeah, absolutely. Very fortunate and privileged to have visited, I think the last count I did was about 24 different countries.
Wow.
Promoting, educating, imparting the ModuCare word, and sharing it with people. Like I said, I traveled extensively in the U.S. With Wakanaga of America, promoting and educating people, retailers, consumers, about the benefits of ModuCare.
What are
I'm very blessed in the countries and where I've traveled in the world, yes.
Mm-hmm. Good experience, and it does contribute to your own growth and development as a person and insight into people and whatnot, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
And when you've gone to these different countries and done all these different seminars and lectures and whatnot, what are some of the more testimonials that people have given to you? What are some that, if you can recall, that really impressed you when you were all said and done at the end of the day and you were going back to your hotel or getting on a plane and you thought about it and said, wow, you were even impressed? Have you received those kinds of testimonials?
Numerous. There's one that comes out of San Francisco, which really gets to me, because in all the autoimmune conditions, rheumatoid arthritis is one of the most debilitating.
Mm-hmm.
And having suffered from juvenile arthritis myself, I can bear testament to what the pain is like. And there's a wonderful story comes out of San Francisco where there was a little old lady who was she was actually confined to a wheelchair, and she couldn't walk, and she visited this, I forget the name, we go back 1998, 1999. This product has been around for so long now. And she used to be wheeled into the health food store to get her supplements, etc. And she was encouraged and persuaded to take ModuCare and to try ModuCare. And bearing in mind that everybody's constitution is different, so the reaction and the results that one is going to show vary from person to person. So on average, it's about 3 months. And at the end of the story, to get the story short, is this old lady, in the end, after a period of time, was actually walking through the door, being aided by a stick. I mean, she wasn't dancing through the door. She was aided by a stick. And she used to walk through the door, and there was a bell that used to hang on the door, those old Tinkerbell things.
Mm-hmm.
And she used to open the door, and the bell used to ring. And what she used to do is open and close the door, and make so much noise that everybody looked up, and then she used to walk down to the counter and say, please, can I have a bottle of ModuCare?
She was so proud that she was able to walk into the health store.
Exactly.
With the aid of her walking cane or stick.
She was out of the... there's been some phenomenal stories. I mean, like I say, she was walking with a stick, but at least she was mobile. She wasn't sitting in a chair.
She was ambulant. She didn't have to be confined to a wheelchair. And I'm sure that, when you encounter those kind of people and hear those kinds of stories, it certainly gives you it adds additional meaning to what you're doing for a living, because you're helping people. I'm sure that you sound to me a person to be sensitive and caring, and from my conversations with you over the years, I sort of gather that reading between the lines. I know that this is all a business, and the listeners understand that, and we all know that. But at the end of the day, we're looking for things that work, things that are. No, we don't like. One of the successes of this show has been we've always tried to talk about things that work, things that have science to support them. I think that has contributed to our, whatever modest success we've had. I think it has contributed to that, and so I'm very dialed into that. I'm very careful about having who we put on this show and what we talk about and how we talk about it. I notice you don't oversell it, you don't exaggerate, you don't do any of that because you don't need to. That tells me that you've had a lot of experience and confirmation of the efficacy and safety of the product just from listening to people. So let's go to Brandon, Florida. Connie.
Seeing it as well. I mean, to see the... But like you alluded to earlier on in the show, is that you can't take away from science. And if those listeners, search and research and find the papers specifically on rheumatoid arthritis, in the blood works that were done on those patients with rheumatoid arthritis, it showed up in the bloods. You can't dispute that.
No, you can't. We got to take this call. We got to take this call so she can win a gift card here. Let's go to Brandon, Florida. Connie, plant sterols and sterolins, are they fats carbohydrates, or proteins?
Oh, fats.
Congratulations. You won a $25 supplement gift card. Thank you so much, Connie, for listening. Thank you for calling. Stephen, I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy day in South Africa to call into the show. We always enjoy having you on. You always make for a great guest. I know I enjoy it thoroughly. In the meanwhile, you can find ModuCare throughout North America and fine health food stores. Take it. Why? Because your health is your wealth, and your health is the wealth of those that care about and love you.
Did you know that doctors recommend omega-3 is